CQ40, CQ40, CQ 40 meters. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ, and bye for any calls.
Hello CQ, this is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ and standing by for any calls.
60 XMX, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. This is Switzerland calling HB9ASQ, Hotel Bravo 9, A Alpha, S Sierra Q Quebec, HB9ASQ calling and bye.
HB9ASQ. Yep, good afternoon, Robert. Thank you very much for returning my call. The name this side is Mike, and you are 5 and 9 into the centre of the United Kingdom near Nottingham, QSO.
Okay, Mike, the call is familiar, M0XMX, HB9ASQ. The name here, well, less formal. I use the less formal Bob, the nickname. Nice to hear somebody calling CQ on 40 meters. Not much activity these last few days. Good to hear you in there. I'll give you a signal report the next time. It was too quick to be able to give you a proper report. Thanks very much for my signal report. We're located about 10 miles, 15 kilometers east of Bern. Nowhere near Devil. Wouldn't want to be there now. We're up in the Emmental region where they make the famous Emmental cheese. We're at 2,500 feet, 750 meters. The rural area. Running about 750 kilometers. For 40 and 80 meters. Overcast today. I can't tell you what the temperature is. I'd have to guess, and I'll tell you the next time around. But you have a good readable signal. I'll stand by, please, Mike. I've got to take the phone call. I'm alone. It's a family call. It'll just take a few seconds. Please, you all right?
No problem. Standing by, Bob.
Sorry about that, Mike. That was my daughter down the street wondering where the XYL was. The XYL was invited for tea at 15 minutes ago. She went for a walk with a girlfriend, walking dog. And she's late, so that's what that was all about. Anyway, you're a good Q5 signal. I'll give you a report the next time. Wonder what kind of equipment you're running there, Mike. And the call is extremely familiar. I wouldn't be surprised if we worked before. M0XMX, back to you, Mike. This is HB9ASQ. Go ahead.
Roger, roger, all of that, Bob. No problem whatsoever there. And yeah, I hope you find the XYL safe and sound. No problem. Yeah, okay. Running this side of Flex 3000 into an 8040 loaded wire dipole, homebrew. Around about 10 metres above the ground, so nothing special this side. That's for 40 and 80. I've also got a cobweb for 20 through 10. 100 watts using a Yaesu MD100 desk mic mounted on a boom. I am currently recording this. I was going to put it on my YouTube channel, so with your permission I will do that if that's okay, Bob. Maybe you can give me that indication on your next over. And also, if that's okay with you, you'll be able to actually see this QSO, over.
Yeah, M0XMX HB9ASQ, fine. Excuse me, fine business. I have a bit of a stuffy nose. I hope it's not a cold coming on. Could also be just the heating in the house. Oh, no problem whatsoever. Absolutely no problem with recording this conversation. You went up. You're doing 100 watts, doing a great job. 10 to 15 over 9, using the receiver's 10 dB preamplifier. I'm using old equipment here. I prefer to call it vintage equipment. About 25 years old. It's the ICOM 735. The ICOM 735 transceiver, but I've modified it to transmit 3 kilohertz of audio. We're using broadcast audio processing equipment here and a broadcast microphone. The microphone here is an Electro Voice RE20, also on a beam, rather on a boom. The processor is an Orban Optimod HF9105A, which is specifically designed for shortwave broadcasting. It's the processor used by the BBC World Service and most of the other major shortwave broadcasting stations. I was in international broadcasting myself. I'm retired from Swiss Radio International. I was at the microphone for 32 years, from 2002 to 1970, I should say, to 2002. Been retired a long time. Age here is 72. We turned 72 last month. And when our main transmitter went off the air back in 1998, they had just been brand new, and I got it for the proverbial song, 1/10 of what they paid for it, which was a king's ransom, not what I paid for it, but what they paid for it. And the microphone is from the studios of Swiss Radio International, which went QRT in 2004, which is why I got early retirement. So that's the station here. I like old vintage equipment. I've got an old Hammerland HQ100, but back in 1970, I've got a Collins 651S-1, which was the cat's meow back around 1975, extremely expensive military and commercial receivers, and I got it for nothing. They were going to chuck them out in Bern, and I got one just to take home before they threw it in the bin. So been in the right place at the right time and got some excellent equipment at a very, very cheap price. The only new piece of equipment here is the amplifier, which is an RF Power, Italian-built RF Power, HBLA 1K3, 1300 watt solid-state linear, using the LD MOS technology, and I'm running it cool at 750 watts. 800 up to a kilowatt depending on the band. We're allowed a KW here in Switzerland. So that's a standard rag chewer's transmission for me, and I am a rag chewer. None of this hit and run, hello, goodbye, good luck business for me. M0XMX. Back to you, Mike, HB9ASQ. Go ahead.
Yeah, roger all of that, Bob, no problem whatsoever. Absolutely fabulous signal coming into the United Kingdom here. And yeah, you may have heard my call sign again from my YouTube channel, or maybe if you subscribe to Facebook, you may have also come across me on the Facebook website, which is particularly dedicated to 2 meters, which is called Ham Radio QSO on 2M. I'm quite active on 2 meters. I do like 2 meters, and I like the challenge that 2 meters offers in terms of trying to squeeze as much out of it as you can in terms of distance, simply by, well, to a large extent, QRP transmissions from high up. I tend to go around a few of the humps and the low-lying mountains here in the UK. With portable equipment, I've got a Yaesu 857D, and I've also got a Diamond X300 vertical, and also a 9-element tonner that I go playing with in the field. So you may have come across the call sign there, but as I say, thanks very much for your permission. And I'm just playing around here. I've got a little bit of time on my hands, so I just thought I'd play a bit of radio today and do a bit of recording. I'm playing around with some different lighting in the shack to see how that comes out on the video cameras. So yeah, thanks very much for allowing me to put that on the channel, and it will be on there within the next half an hour. But yeah, I don't play enough radio, to be honest, and I don't actually speak on the radio enough. I do tend to try and play on the data modes more. I'm very, very new to the hobby. I've only been really in the hobby for just over a year now. I started in amateur radio the back end of 2016, and I went through the free licensing levels within the space of about 8 months. Here in the UK we have a a basic introduction license, which is called the Foundation, and then we have a middle license, which is called the Intermediate, and then the full license gives you all of the privileges, the power and all that kind of thing, and that's called the full license. Excuse me. And I got my full license in the June or July of last year. So this is all very, very new to me, and it's all very, very exciting still learning new things, and yeah, that's all great. I've just seen something flash up on my little 2-meter rig, which is constantly scanning all of the local frequencies, and one of the frequencies that it scans is the ISS frequency. So I don't know whether the International Space Station's going overhead at the moment, but I just saw a transmission flash up on the ISS channel, so I'll have to have a look into that. That's one of my goals for this year, Bob, to speak to the ISS on 2 meters there. Anyway, very nice speaking to you. I'm going to pass it back to you for one last quick one, because I'm really keen to get this video on YouTube now, because I think it's going to be quite special. So I'll pass it back to you for one last quick one, if that's okay, Bob, and then I'll wish you 73. HB9ASQ from M0XMX.
M0XMX, HB9ASQ, had some trouble that time, Mike, because of a strong Spanish station on 138. And I moved up there and I asked him in Italian. I don't speak Spanish, but I do speak Italian. And I know they understand Italian. I explained that we were the QSO on 137. It was occupied through QSY. I don't know if he's done that or not, but the frequency suddenly has become very, very noisy. Well, all very interesting stuff there. As far as your call is concerned, no, I live on the internet practically, but it's usually for other things, emails and doing news research and so on. And I do have an entry on QRZ.com. I'm sure you do as well. But I don't think I heard you on or saw you on the internet. I think I've heard you here on the air. It's an extremely familiar call. If we haven't worked on the air, and possibly you have one of these modern electronic logs, then you would know. But I have heard you before. I'm very glad that we could talk. As far as the digital stuff is concerned, well, I guess it's my vintage, my personal vintage. As I mentioned, I'm 72. That's not the reason or the excuse, but it's just to sort of put me in a certain amateur radio era. I was licensed first in 1961. I come originally from the New York area, as you might guess from my North American accent. I definitely don't have a German Swiss accent, but I was licensed back there in 1961, the American Novice license, which was only good for 1 year, and you had to move up or get out. So that prompted me to move into the technician license, which was VHF and higher, and then eventually to the full. And I've been licensed as HB9 since 1971. But anyway, been in the business, I guess, for quite some time. And that's why my passion really is HFSSB. I used to have a handheld for VHF, UHF that somebody gave me some years ago. But something happened to it. I pushed the wrong button and wiped out the software or the memory, and I've never been on again. I have a friend of mine who, we have an entry-level or novice license in Switzerland, but you won't hear them on 40 meters. You won't hear them on 20 meters. They're not allowed on 40 or 20. They're allowed 100 watts on 160, 80, 15 and above. And those are the Hotel Bravo 3s. And he's very high-tech and very much into digital, which I'm not. He just was talking to me about Charlie 4 FM. And he said, oh, you want to come over and see this fantastic technology? And I had to look it up on the internet. I hadn't a clue what it was, which I guess I'm sort of stuck in the SSB HF mud. It's still my passion. I have Skype, you know, and I I know you can do fantastic things with digital mode and digital technology, but I guess I'm an old timer. I'm an old fossil when it comes to ham radio operations. So don't know too much about the digital. We do have some repeaters, by the way. I do have Echo Link. I use it mainly when I say a repeater in the New York area. Talk with a couple of friends back there and find out what's happening in the old stomping ground. Too much. We have a number of very, very good repeaters in Switzerland. These are like 11 and a half, 12 pounds. We have a repeater. We have two repeaters. We got one here. And they're both, I think, 50 watts. And they're doing the star, the D-star, I think is what it's called, the D-star. You can also analog. But even apparently D-star is over by a bit. Now they're talking about Motorola. Which competed with D-star, I understand, a few years ago. And protected them now it's taken over from D-star. Very, very complicated. Amateur radio these days. Like, Mark, you said you would like to leave the frequency because you are very noisy over here on the continent. Well, you know, first contact today. And this is very, very quiet. And he's going to somehow switch the antenna and turn on the linear. You want them over here on the continent. That's the reason why we have to run high power over here. Otherwise, we knocked down and rolled over. We wouldn't have it there. Now, there's no more chance in hell. So, Mike, all the best to you. Enjoy the hobby, and I look forward to talking to you again, and maybe we can hear the YouTube recording. I am 0XMX HB9ASQ, often clear, and thanking you very, very much for a nice QSO. 73, Mike, it's all yours.
Fine business, Bob. Take care, and thank you very, very much for keeping me entertained for the last 10 minutes or so. It's been lovely speaking to you, and I look forward to speaking to you again sometime very, very soon, my friend. As I say, if you give it 20 minutes or so, and then just have a look on YouTube, just search your call sign or my call sign, and you'll find the video on YouTube. Hopefully it will come out okay, and hopefully it will be entertaining to you, Bob. Right, you have a great rest of the day. And as I say, I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon. Take care, Bob. And I am now going to go QRT also. HB9ASQ M0XMX 73, Bob. Bye-bye.
73, cheers, Mike, and we'll look forward to hearing that recording. Propagation is changing. You're getting weaker, so I think we're leaving at a very diplomatic moment. HB9ASQ clear QSY. Cheers for now.
Cheers, Bob. Bye-bye. M0XMX now clear. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, it's 7-3 from me.